this video we're going to have a look at calculating the circumference of a circle. Now circumference in terms of a circle is just a word that also means the perimeter of the shape, and as you remember, perimeter is the length of the edge that goes all the way around the shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the formula circumference equals pi times the diameter. Now the diameter in this question is given to us, it is actually 6 meters, so the circumference is pi times by 6, which gives us a final answer for this one of 18.8 meters. Be careful not to get this confused with when you work out the area. The units here are just meters or centimeters, millimeters, etc. There is no square on the units. In this second example, it's a little bit trickier. Instead of giving me the diameter, they've given me a radius, so I need to think carefully about what the diameter of this circle is. If the radius is 5, then the total diameter is going to be 10 centimeters. And now I can go back and use the formula as I did in the previous example. Circumference equals pi times the diameter, so the circumference is pi times by 10, and the circumference of this shape is 31.4 centimeters. This is a trickier example. Now notice in this one, instead of saying circumference, I've now changed it to perimeter. This is because I'm not actually working out circumference, it's a perimeter of this quarter circle. But I'm going to start the problem exactly the same as if it was a whole circle. So I'm going to start by working out the circumference, which is pi times the diameter. So in this one, the diameter of this shape is actually 24. Because this 12 represents a radius, so I've doubled it to get 24 as the diameter. This gives me a circumference of the shape of 75.39 and then a few things after that. Now I don't want the whole circumference, all I want is a quarter of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 75.39 and divide it by 4. This is going to give me this length here. It's going to be the curved length around the perimeter of that shape. Now this value is going to be 18.8 centimeters. This is still not the perimeter of the shape. What I'm missing is I'm missing this straight edge and also this straight edge here. Both straight edges are worth 12, so I'm going to add 2 lots of 12 to both of this, and this is going to give me my final answer for the perimeter of the shape as 42.8 centimeters. Here are 4 questions for you to try yourself. Pause the video here, hit play when you're ready for me to talk you through the answers. Okay, in this one we're given a radius, so we're going to need to double that to get the diameter. So I get pi times 20 is my calculation, and for this one I actually get a circumference of 62.8 meters. In this second question I'm given the diameter, so I'm going to do pi times 5, and this is going to give me the circumference of this shape as 15.7 centimeters. In this third question, it's similar to my third example that I looked at. I'm going to pretend it's a whole circle and go from there. So the circumference of this whole circle would be given by pi times 8. Now that's actually going to give me a value of 25.1. I'm going to need to divide this by 4, and that will give me the length of the curved surface, which is 6.3 centimeters. Now this isn't the whole perimeter of the shape. I'm going to need to add on 2 lots of 4 because they're my 2 straight edges. So when I do 6.3 and I add on my 8, it gives me an answer for the perimeter of the shape as 14.3 centimeters. In this fourth question, it's now a semicircle. So I'm going to do exactly the same as before and consider it as being a full circle first and then work backwards from there. So I'm going to do pi times the diameter, which is 12. This is going to give me a value of 37.69 and a bit more. Now remember, this is the circumference if it was a whole circle, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is divide this by 2, and that will give me the length of the curved surface all the way around the edge, and that's 18.8 centimeters. Now I'm still missing this straight edge here, so I'm going to need to add that on, and this will give me a final perimeter of the shape of 30.8 centimeters. Well done if you got all 4 of those questions correct.